Pambul Kushe and Kabo, welcome to KID-AFAN Salone Discoveries. With me today, Juliana Kuma. Today, the point of discovery they light inside the Bitumani Hotel. As we come today, we can witness the handing over ceremony of the SLAJ Association. Join me and let's discover this together.
Friends and foes alike, good evening and welcome. This is indeed a solemn, and perhaps I would say the most quintessential program being organized by the I'd like to call the program to order. We'll move to the opening prayers. Before we begin, I would like to dedicate this program on acknowledging the presence of the Most High, the grand architect of the universe, God Himself.
As you are all aware, Section 11 of the 1991 Constitution places a responsibility on the press, and that responsibility is sacred. We must take responsibility and act on Allah's desire. The Holy Prophet of Islam ﷺ said,
I pray that you will be the chairperson of this event. We pray for your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for the new executive. We pray as we come here today to celebrate the growth, the development, and to ensure a smooth transition of power. We pray you will continue to be with every journalist.
You to the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists SLAJ handing over ceremony from one executive to another. For some of these people who the baton will be handed over to today, they're not new, they're not strangers, they've been serving the executive. For others, they're new kids on the block, making their debut into the executive of SLAJ. And I think at this point, we should all acknowledge the beauty of SLAJ and how we earned the title, the last man standing. We just concluded elections, and even the other side, I don't like referring to other teams as losing, nobody lost. Even the other side extended a hand of congratulations to those who earned the most votes. Very unusual for other elections in the country. We concluded an elections and there was no noise about APC SLPP. It was about SLAJ, journalists versus journalists, and not about green and red. I think SLAJ deserves a round of applause.
President Umar Fofana, and worship the Mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya Obi, and Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education.
These individuals would have the honor of occupying the high table for this very important program this evening. We have quite a lot to cover this evening. Many people and institutions would be receiving words of acknowledgement and appreciation for their work and service delivered to the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. And we would also make a conscious effort to get you a bit of entertainment with a performance, but look forward to all of that this evening. To invite the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists / Electoral Commission /JEC, and it's going to be just a quick remark in certification process. Please let us celebrate the boss lady who left this country now, and makes stubbornness. Anyway, please let us welcome the SLAJ Commission.
Thank you, Francis. Distinguished guests, our senior colleagues, other members here invited to grace this occasion, good evening. It is with great pride and profound sense of duty that I, on behalf of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists Electoral Commission, stand before you today at this historic handing over ceremony. First, I want to acknowledge and commend the outgoing executive under the leadership of Ahmed Said Nasrallah. Your dedication, service, and commitment to advancing the interests of SLAJ members have laid a strong foundation for the future. Your leadership during your tenure has been instrumental in promoting professionalism, unity, and the core values of our association. We thank you sincerely for your stewardship. Today marks not only the formal transfer of authority, but also a renewed commitment to democratic governance within SLAJ. The recent elections, which we had the honor to conduct, were a testament to the strength of our democratic processes and the collective will of our membership. To the incoming executive headed by Alhaji Manika Kamara, and to all elected members both at the national and regional levels, let me take this opportunity formally and publicly to congratulate you all on your election. Since the declaration of the results, I have not yet extended my personal congratulations to any of you. Today, I do so with great sincerity and pride. Your election is a testament to the trust and confidence reposed in you by the membership of SLAJ. I urge you to serve with integrity, dedication, and the spirit of unity as we take on the important responsibility of leading our association forward.
Mr. Umaru Fofana, former president of SLAJ, unfortunately Kelvin is not here to join them, as the committee to see that he's not feeling well. The mayor also is supposed to be here. I'm sure you'll be here by the end before the program ends to make a statement, as we do statement. Colleagues, distinguished guests, development partners, corporate partners, the national executive, regional executive, heads of public bodies, our industry partners as well, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. Good evening. Now, please permit me this final moment, not to say goodbye, but to reflect, give thanks, and pass on a legacy born of purpose and unity. 9 years ago, you gave me the trust to serve as your Secretary General of SLAJ. 6 years ago, you renewed that trust by giving me a higher responsibility, not just to lead, but to continue to serve you as President of SLAJ. 3 years ago, you further renewed that trust with overwhelming confidence. To hold the mantle of SLAJ's presidency was not a title for me, but a mission to build on foundations laid by my predecessors and lift this noble association higher to protect our freedoms and to inspire belief in the power and purpose of journalism. Today, I feel humbled, yet extremely fulfilled. We fought for and won the repeal of the Criminal Libel Law and the enactment of the INC Act 2020, giving new wings to press freedom in Sierra Leone and taking a huge step forward in addressing the welfare of journalists and other media workers through legislation. Together, we build bridges with partners and position SLAJ as a credible voice, not just within Sierra Leone, but across the continent and beyond. We organized the first ever Media Viability and Investment Conference for the media in SLAJ. Today, we are not actually handing over positions. We are handing over purpose, responsibilities, challenges, systems, unfinished battles, and a legacy of progress.
The progress and development of this association, because we know it is very much foundational and germane to our democracy. And most times when we become lawyers, SLAJ is minded to disown us. But thanks to President Nasrallah, President Umar Fufana, and all subsequent presidents, I came in at the time of Umar as president, and I've always said I became a journalist first before a lawyer. And that's very much important for me. I felt very much delighted this evening when the presenters were saying how it is done at SLAJ, that our colleagues in the struggle should see how it's happening out there. People were looking at us. We are very much happy we are on this side and we feel very much part of SLAJ. So on that note, as the legal team, we remain very much thankful to the outgoing president, his cooperation with the legal team, his desire to always consult, as somebody rightly said, is very consultative.
Mr. Umaru Fofana, my head brother, Amir Said Nazgara, distinguished guests, colleagues in the media, development partners, friends of SLAJ, good evening. Today marks the beginning of a new era, one built on personalities, but not on one built not on personalities, but on continuity, commitment, and collective action. I stand here with humility and resolve, and I am deeply honored to accept the trust you have placed in me as the next president of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. Let me first salute my predecessor, a stronger secretariat and SLAJ. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I must say that no leader can do this alone. This is not about one man's agenda. This is our shared action plan. I may be the one giving this speech, but they expect credibility, dignity, hope, and future of SLAJ lie in our collective hands. I am therefore calling on every SLAJ member, every regional executive, every past president, every industry player, every partner to work with us. Do not leave us on our own. Let's challenge each other, support one another, and move SLAJ forward together. Let this new era be one of shared ownership, shared responsibility, and shared success. Thank you, and may our collective ink never run dry. Long live SLAJ, long live press freedom, long live pure and responsible journalism. God bless us all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And before I do this symbolic action, let me just apologize to our partners and individuals who have not been speaking about tonight. The IRM, the Chinese Embassy, the INC, Right to Access Information Commission, NRA, the Human Rights Commission, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, the U.S. Embassy, worship the mayor, our past president, Honorable Kabu, and Honorable Luis. They are also on the way from Ghana. We are supposed to receive them this morning or last night, but unfortunately they didn't come. But I'll show you that when they come, the new team will go to the one by one and present them officially and follow this please. So I'm handing over to the new president, Alaji Manika Kamara. These are the audited accounts of SLAJ since I came into office in 2019 to 2025.
Come on, President. Don't forget to give them all. Come on, President.
Chair, directors of key commissions and authorities, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen who are still in the hall. Good evening. On behalf of the people of Freetown and the Freetown City Council, I extend warm congratulations to the newly elected executive of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, SLAJ. This leadership transition marks yet another chapter in the association's proud legacy of defending press freedom, promoting journalistic integrity, and championing public interest reporting across the country for the essential service you provide to our society. So to the new executive, I urge you to to build upon the solid foundation laid by your predecessors in plural. Embrace your leadership with unity, professionalism, and a renewed sense of purpose. The peaceful conduct of this election and the dignified acceptance of the outcome reflect your collective maturity and commitment to SLAJ's core mission, which is advancing the welfare of journalists and safeguarding the future of journalism in Sierra Leone. We work together to promote effective decentralization, climate resilience, civic engagement, and inclusive development. Once again, congratulations, and I wish you a successful and impactful term in office.
Advancement of an independent, pluralistic, and vibrant press in Sierra Leone. Finally, let me extend heartfelt congratulations to the outgone SLAJ president and his executive, Mr. Ahmed Said Nasiala, whom our former ambassador fondly called the chief journalist, for their service and efforts, and their also offer our best wishes to the incoming president, my own brother, Alaji Manika Kama and his team, for his successful and impactful tenure. I thank you very much for all.
We know Friday is a very busy day. The weekend starts on Friday. With all of that, you spare time to come and be part of today's celebration. On behalf of the executive, we say thank you all for coming, and we pray that we continue the collaboration and the support. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir. I'm Juliana Kuroma from KID-AFAN Salone Discoveries. What's your name?
I'm Daniel Mosire, popularly known as Dad Moss.
Indeed, a popular man known for ways. So tell me, what is this award given for?
Well, I am the commissioner for SLAJ Western area. Yes, and very recently we conducted the SLAJ election, and it came out successfully. So I believe I am honored to receive this award.
Indeed. So tell me a little bit about your reign, because I know having such an award, it must be something you worked really hard for. Tell me some of the your environment, what was your ruling like, the challenges you face, and a lot more.
Well, actually, I am a broadcaster, a 40-year experienced broadcaster, and I've been a member of SLAJ, for quite a long time. We came in as old members. Although there are other old members, people who are older than me, but I can say I have served SLAJ for quite a long time, and I assumed this position as commissioner just about a year ago. The last triennial. So 2027 will be my last term. So because I'm supposed to serve for 3 years, so I've served for 6 years now. Yes, yes. In 2027, I will be 60 years as commissioner for SLAJ.
Okay, I guess that's a lot of years, but we'll just sit down and wait to see how you are going to be reigning. So, would you like to give a word of advice to the incoming president of SLAJ?
Oh yes, he's a very young man, and we appreciate him. He has been trained, because he was the Secretary General, and now he assumed the office as President of SLAJ. I believe he has been groomed, so he will perform his duty, and some of us will be, at the edge, advising him to do what is good for SLAJ. So I believe he will perform, and I believe God will guide him so that we can see more better things in SLAJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the current president of SLAJ. What's your name, sir?
Alhaji Manika Kamara.
I just want to say congratulations. Yeah. So, what are some of the things you'll be expecting on your own reign?
Um, I must say that I was the Secretary General serving the outgone president. And as the president now, my focus will be on my priority areas. Firstly, safety and security of journalists, and then also the capacity building. Because we've realized that over the years, so many journalists are not too well or fair with some of the laws that we have. So I'll make sure that I engage the relevant stakeholders to see how best we can capacitate our journalists. As I speak, currently we are moving right across the country with the Independent Media Commission with support from IDEA International. We are currently doing consultation on the review IMC Act of 2020 because so many things have happened since 2020 to date. So we need to review that act to make sure that it's up and running. We need a progressive act that will definitely be media friendly. Just 2024, we repealed the SLAJ 2014 constitution. We now have a progressive constitution. So moving forward, we are open to see progressive laws. And additionally, I will focus on gender empowerment. We already have the gender equality policy in SLAJ, but we are yet to implement it fully. But with my administration, myself and my current executive, definitely we'll make sure that we implement that policy to ensure that our female colleagues have equal opportunity within the media. Because over the years, we've realized that most of our female journalists, they are just limited to health reporting, economic reporting, or gender reporting. We want to see them reporting more hard news, the hard stories, because we have some journalists that are also doing extremely well. I will name Khadija Bangura on Liberty TV, Zainab Joki, Awoko Newspaper. We have Mabinti Kamara Politico and others who are doing extremely well, including Sapchi Kalon at 98.1, Salmat Sabah SLBC, and the rest. The list continues. So we want to see more of those ladies in the media. So my focus now will be women empowerment and to make sure that all journalists are equal. And also, before I forget, I will also make use of veteran, the virtues, because we have A lot of them who are now retired, but we need their expertise, particularly in the print and electronics media, on the area of newspaper review, the headlines, and then the programs that are being carried on the radio and television stations.
Indeed, I guess there are a lot of statements, a lot of promises. I just hope that you'll be able to withhold, and for moving forward, we'll be able to upgrade the SLAJ with your reign. So let's say, in case of a political interference, either from Party A or Party B, how do you think you can withhold your position, making sure there is fairness and equality in between?
Like I said earlier on, I've been in SLAJ executive for 6 years now. I started off with the assistant secretary, and then to the acting secretary general, and then the substantive secretary. And I was in the executive that's also covered the 2023 national elections. We did professionally well to make sure that we did not allow any political interference, despite the fact that we are receiving subvention from the central government. That in no way interfere with our independence or our transparency. One thing, once we receive the subvention from the government, we issue out a public notice informing members of the public, informing our members that we've received X amount of money from the government. And that money is not for the executive, but the running of SLAJ and its affiliate bodies right across the country. We submitted a budget to the Ministry of Finance, and it's based on that budget that we disburse the money. During our annual general meeting, we'll display exactly how we spend the money. Just now, when the outgone president was speaking, he did mention and highlighted the bank accounts, including the subvention. So there is no way we can allow politics to interfere in the activities of SLAJ, because we are fully aware of the fact that SLAJ is the last man standing. Yes, it's your right as a journalist to support or belong to any political party. But once you are doing the work of a journalist, once you are an executive member, your political party is SLAJ, your focus is SLAJ. Whether you are in Party A or Party B, we are not interested in that. All our focus should be protecting the image of SLAJ. We are to focus on ensuring that our journalists have the conducive environment to practice their profession without any fear. Our responsibility is to make sure that we protect them, to make sure that we uphold the highest law of press freedom in the country. No matter what, we will continue to call whosoever out that threatens or infringes on our space. I will call on the government and the president, Julius Maada, to make sure that the laws that are enacted related to the media should be progressive laws. We don't want any laws that will shrink or limit the space of media. That space should be free. Since 2020, when the Part 5 of the Public Media Act, Public Order Act was repealed, till date we have a professional media, and that is what we want to see. We don't want to see a media that is reckless. There's no way we can promote reckless journalism. We are promoting independent and professional journalism.
Indeed. I guess that's a big step, and a big step in stone towards your reign. So once again, on behalf of the team of KID-AFAN Salone Discoveries, we want to say congratulations, and we hope that your reign will be known across the nation. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much, my lady.
Hello, good evening. I am Juliana Kuma. What's your name?
My name is Ahmed Said Nasrallah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me have the honor to introduce this man next to me as the former president of SLAJ, who has worked really hard, and today he's here to hand over. So I just want to say congratulations and bravo for your good work. We've seen it, we know about it, and we're going to continue celebrating. Yeah, indeed. So tell me something about your reign, because I believed, according to your statement, you used 6 years, which was not just a duty but an obligation.
I used actually 9 years. 3 as Secretary General. That's where I learned everything. As Secretary Gen, I was behind the former President Kelvin Lewis. I supported him wholeheartedly because I know that he's a president. He was a president, and he had a vision. And my responsibility as Secretary Gen was to support him and ensure that he achieved those plans that he has laid. And by doing so, I learned a lot because he took me to places, he took me to meetings. I kept silent. He was the one doing the talking. He was the one doing the negotiations, and I just keep taking notes and then report on it. When the opportunity came for me to become SLAJ president, I took it, and I know what to do exactly. but I did not do it alone because I knew I was just one person, and I needed to consult and I needed to change the approach. Because what I learned, I've been a journalist for the past 30 years, 25 to 30 years. Yes, since I started practicing in 1995. Yes, and before I went to do the mass communication program. And so I knew the challenges, I knew the industry very well. And so when I came in, I said, no, let's change the approach because every year, every decade, we are using the same approach, antagonism or confrontation. We and government, we don't sit on the table. We and the police, we don't sit on the table. We and the army, we don't sit on the table. And we see ourselves as just those who will hold government to account. And holding account doesn't mean that you have to be confrontational. And so I said, okay, let's change the approach. Let's stop putting out press releases. Let's stop giving a posture to the government like we are an opposition party. Yes, let's go to the table. Let's dialogue, because if you want to reform anything, if you want to reform the media, you have to work with government. And then I also saw that government has legitimacy. They were voted by the people and they have a mandate of 5 years. And so if you approach them with an open mind and an open mindset and see them as key partner, that first impression you give them, they will respect you and they will tolerate you. And then when you hold them to account, they will not think that you are trying to bring them down. They will know that you are doing it with good faith, in good faith, and from a position that you think is best for them. So that's my approach. That's what I did. So people tell me all the time, you are too close to government, and I said no, I'm not close to government. I've held government to account several times. Look at the August 10 incident. Look at the issue of the suspended Auditor General and her deputy.
Indeed. I guess even the words yet unsaid has shown that your hard work didn't go to vain. What you did was seen, it was heard. Many of us benefited, so a bravo to that. But to conclude this interview, a word of advice to the next president, because I believe we learn from our leaders to become a leader. So can you give a word of advice to the next president who has just been elected?
Yes, to the next president, I will not say behave like me. You are a different person. You are a different leadership. You should have a different leadership style, but ensure that you bring everybody along. You take everybody along with you. Ensure that you don't forget where your power comes from. Your power is not the title. The title is very influential as president. You go everywhere. People recognize you. People call you. If you make that get into your head, then you lose control of exactly what the essence of being a leader is. So don't forget where the source of your power is the membership. Communicate with them and bring them along, and be very inclusive, and be very receptive to criticism, because they help you grow. When I started, my colleagues in the profession, they say I'm incompetent. I was incompetent. One other one said I became president by mistake. Yes, so those are very hurting words that will dampen your spirit if you take them personal. But I said, okay, no, I will challenge you. I will prove you wrong. Another bit I prove you wrong, and some of them spoke spoke well about me in the interview you just watched during the program. That's how it is done. So be receptive to criticism and always consult and get people along. Because in SLAJ we have human resource. We have people with PhDs, we have technical people, we have lawyers, we have business people, we have a wide range of technical people. So they are at your disposal. All you need to do is to bring them along and say, come and help. This is SLAJ, because you're not going to do it alone. So if SLAJ is going to succeed, it should be a collective effort. So that's what I did. I put my hands out and call everybody, come and help. I have this issue, this is my plan, this is what I want to do. What do you think about it? And they give the idea, they give suggestion, and we all work together. So if they follow that approach, in addition to what will be his own approach to handle issues, it will be fine for them, yes.
Definitely. I guess it's not only about one man's issue, it's about everybody's decisions and advices. Thank you very much and have a good evening, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
A big congratulations to our new elected president of the SLAJ Association. Thanks and appreciation to our executive producer, Dr. Aissatou Kake Jallo, and to the man behind the camera, Mohammed Sky Bangura. To the whole team of KID-AFAN Salone Discoveries, I want to tell you plenty thank you. And to you, our noble viewers, thank you very much for joining me in making such a wonderful discoveries. Now, so we go put the curtain down for today's program. I am Juliana Koroma. Tata, till next time.